Look at that. I was doing a thing for you, for Dan McCoy and you guys, and I look down in the bottom left and it's not recording. I must have clicked on it. Okay, here we are. So we're in the morning, 1 hour. I was doing this right here live. I was doing a thing recording for you. Just went and moved it to YouTube and it showed 29 seconds. That was it, of recording. Right here live, this candle turned, this one here, it was at 7:58. This candle went from red to green. The wick, nothing, right? I promise not to call them Caitlin's anymore. And then, right there, boom, the 8 o'clock candle came out live, green, okay? So we've got 2 hours red, 6 hours red, right? Check this out. So what has happened here? We're on the 1 minute, and here we are. And at 5 o'clock this morning, I was talking about my little one, Brooks, like, Dad, you getting up? Yeah, I'll be up at 5. Oh, come on, Dad, I want to stay with you tonight. And I was like, gee, don't get up. I went, okay, I won't wake you up. So I didn't. Look what happened. But you know what? Having fun and having a chat and playing with my kids, and my other little one came in, visited, is way better than trading. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at some of this. Let's have a look what's going on here. So we're back here, and the volume comes in. See here, look at our volume. Comes in, and down she starts going. So this is 5 o'clock, your time, Saturday night. 5 o'clock in the morning, my time. And then they want to keep it going. See here? This is the big middle finger, right? See this one right here? This is a big middle finger. When this one shows up, there's always, this is like, F you, they go, we want this thing to keep going, but it doesn't work, right? See this massive amount of volume? But it's tagged out. If you went back and had a look in the 1 hour chart, you would see it's tagged out to a resistance, hit a level of resistance or support, whichever way you're going, right? Doesn't make any difference. So off it comes, the volume slows right down across here, then it starts building up. Now, all right, let's go for another play. So off it comes here, and then you see at the end, this is where, okay, this is typical public trading, right? Retail traders, where it starts coming down, and then everybody realizes, and they all go for it, but it's at the end of the run. Don't get caught. I'm going to show you again this pattern here. So then they all jump in. You know now that this is when you see this second minute candle starting to really weaken. You would have seen, this would have been, if it was live, would have been a great big red candle here, right? Big long red one. And as that minute, it's why we trade on the Hakanashi. Okay, come up here, have a look. We're on Hakanashi. If you're on just regular candle, look at that. Man, how would you possibly know what was going on, okay? So we're on Hakanashi candles. And we want to go over here, right? And you would have seen, let's go over to this one. You would have seen this red candle, right, came down to here. Then it would have been starting probably somewhere right around here all the way down. And you would have seen it receding. Right, the solid part of the candle receding up. You know then when you see a lot of volume and the candle's receding, you know, okay, it's tagging out again, right? It's running out of steam. They're trying with the volume. Where's this volume coming in? This is the fear of missing out, the public retail trader. He's showing up going, oh, well, I'm going to jump in this. And he jumps in the bottom, right? Longs the bottom. So now here we are. And we're coming across. And we're still coming across. And then it starts up again, right? So here we go. And then the red volume starts to show up. And we see it. And on a 1 minute Hakanashi, you would see this candle came all the way down, would come back up. The next one starts lower. And you go, I'm in, right? You can wait to be certain. The third candle, the top of it starts lower. It's going to go. It goes all the way down. It recedes back up a bit. You're looking at the volume. The next one starts lower. You keep going. Now you watch this. Big candle, and it starts receding back up. This one's nothing. Most people would have maybe jumped here. Big candle again, lots of big volume. They're really pushing it, right? Really pushing it. And what we got here? 34.7. 34.7? Hang on. 34.7. Let's go find my Telegram. Here we are. Saturday. Oh yeah, by the way, look, if for this carbon, see here where I put it, the carbon link for you guys, if you haven't still gone to that webinar. When you click this link now, remember Kevin said we're going to be closing things out with Carbon. It's going to be a community where we're all together. It was a great webinar. I really mean it. Go look at it. this link will take you to your Carbon site. You have to log into your Carbon site, and then you got to go to the Academy, and then you got to go to webinar replays. Okay, the stuff's not public anymore. It's not just up on Facebook webinar. Okay, you guys paid your money. You guys deserve it. Yes, I'm doing this for free for you. Let's go back. Here she is, lovely lass. You guys were cleaning up. Yeah, see, look, the markets are crazy, right? Why are the markets crazy? Have a look here. Yes, this was yesterday, I think, if I remember rightly for me. Yes, your Friday night. So, London comes along and they unload the market. And then players go, no, you're not, and they put it back up again, right? So off it goes along for the London morning, and you get a little bit of a managed, early morning New York, bit of a pump up to try and keep it going to 5 o'clock in the morning here in New York time. And because this is down here on the bottom, this is New York time at the bottom here. So see what happens? All the way down, boom, straight back up. So there's some serious forces, and the serious forces are the institutes, and they're not sure. And I'll show you why they're not sure. So then we go along again, then on comes New York late, right? 8:30, New York goes, let's do it. Come on, let's give it a go. They give it a pump here. Let's go, and it unloads again. Why is it doing this? Let's go back here. And, I talk about the Dow, the U.S. stock futures. You can go and look this up. Go to the pre-market. Just type in pre-market in Google. You'll find all sorts of information. So the Dow futures was just down 93 points, but it's been down tons, right? It was down the biggest it had been in 22 years. Just the other day, the S&P 500 futures. This is the futures market, right? I'm a commodities member, Chicago Board of Trade, futures and commodity trading licenses I have. Not in the stock market, in the futures market. NASDAQ, not a lot, but still down. So what's happening? Okay, Kevin spoke about the Fed, and we're going to have another big one on Monday. There's another big announcement coming out tomorrow. 2 days for me. I'll be traveling on holidays. We're going on holidays. Maybe not see as many posts coming out. So the half a basis point, right? And so it wasn't so bad. The market up until that announcement was falling, because they expected it more. Because, we're in serious trouble. You all understand that, right? The financial market, the financial instruments to try and prop up our fiat paper money dollar, we've run out. There's no more head left on the hammer, right? The interest rates are at zero. They can't afford it. They left it way too. They always do it, right? They're archaic. The government's a great big slow-moving dinosaur, and the Fed is gigantic that way in the way they move. It's too late. They should have been moving those interest rates last year, but they wanted to keep your votes. They wanted to keep all. Well, let's stay off all that. So now they're doing it. Now here's why we're getting these silly patterns, right? Like this here. Because they're not really confident. When the Fed says we only moved a half a point, so it's not as bad as what everybody thought, that's okay, and the market started to rebound a bit. But see where it went down and back up and up and down. You know why this is happening? Because the Fed at the end of the statement said, now the Fed lie all the time, and they said, and we won't touch it for a while. I've got to put it into bricklaying layman's terms. We won't touch it for a while. Bullshit, right? That's them telling everybody in the world, we're coming at it again. You watch. You guarantee you watch. They're going to do it. So let's go up here and find where, here we are. I was talking about the pit stops, right? And the Red Army, 1, 2, and we're in for direction. So I told you way back on the 24th of April, I gave you these predictions. So here we are. When you're waking up to 35.5, and we have more pit stops. 34.667. What'd we hit? 34.746. I was off by $80. There you go. Now we got one more. We're going to go back down to 33.1. So let's keep going on this lesson. Let's go over here quick. 9 minutes, eh? So now see what happens? The big bunch of volume, but it tagged the bottom. If you go to the 1 hour, you can see why that's happening. Okay? Here we are where it's tagging. We're going to go to over here. And you can go, if you go back, right? Don't see? It's pretty easy to tell you where it's going to go. Why do I not go all the way to the very bottom? Because if I went back further in history, right here, see? We're back to here. Anyway, right on, within $80, right? That's pretty good. So now we're at the bottom and we're coming back up. Don't get caught out on that. And we know now, see, we're at the bottom and we come back up, right? See how it's made of gains? Now it's coming back down, and it's going to keep playing. Now it's dangerous time. And let's go this 1 hour. Yeah, see? It had changed right here. So this was a red candle. When I was out here this morning making the first clip, and I didn't record it, thought I was recording, only 29 seconds of it recorded, where this was a red candle. And it sunk all the way back and went to green at 7:58, 2 minutes before the hour. And that's why you trade with Hakanashi candles, right? Here. Look, see the difference here? You trade with Hakanashi candles. I want to go to there. And we saw it zip. Too bad it didn't, because as I was recording, which wasn't recording, which should have been recording, you know, said, you know, I know that you know that she knows that I don't know that she doesn't know that I don't know what she's talking about. Did that describe a marriage? Here you go. So, we watched it go all the way back up to this, and then boom, 8 o'clock, the new one came out and it grew. So we've turned the bottom corner. Now, I'm going to go to Luna. Well, I'm going to go to Luna because Dan, let's have a look at what Dan's showing me here. Here's a great lesson Dan did. He listened to what? He talks about when the math doesn't lie. Went against the Red Army, right? We had the Red Army running, right? You saw that just up until right here, 7:30, right? 7 o'clock, 6:55. So 7 o'clock, your time, Saturday night, 7 o'clock in the morning, my time. So he said, and we went against the Red Army because it to bounce off the line, right? Because it had to bounce off the line, caught the turnaround and grabbed 3 40x longs in 20 seconds. Okay, let's have a look what he's doing. Let's go to the first one. Let's do the, well, we got here, Luna. We got a day chart. Okay, here he is. He's got the trend line. So he was listening to what Kevin was talking about. Here's that line, the major trend line. So it's coming down. It's touching that trend line. It's touching that trend line. Luna comes all the way back up. So it touched the trend line here. So what had happened was, let's have a look. Let's have a look down here. Here's Luna. This would be where it touched the trend line. The same as what happened with Bitcoin. Okay, back over here. So we've got all this great epic shorting. Everyone's making some serious money, right? Here I'm seriously shorting. If I was still in 50x, 50x on that. Don't, you guys play with 10 until you get good at it. So now what Dan's talking about is he anticipated when that touched this trend. Where'd that go? When it touched that one-day trend, he anticipated this turn. So he went against the Red Army, right? He was probably shorting, playing reds. Let's go find this again. Here we come, up here. And he went against, so he went against that Red Army. So let's go to his next pick. Here we are, well, we got here the 1 minute, right? And we're on Luna. Okay, see, yes, look. This is put a line across here. So this is where the same thing as the Bitcoin chart. Luna came down to the bottom, so now it started to take the longs. Let's watch his next pick. What we got here? Okay, this is where he's closed P&L. So he's got Luna. Put 100 units in. Entry price 64.8. Where are we? 64.8. So he's joining just in here. And he exited at 67, so just here. Right, he exited right here. Good for you, Dan. In, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. And then he, he ends at 68. So here he is here. He's back in again here. And he gets out at 69.3. So he's back here, 69.3. Then he gets in at 69.4. So he gets it out and he gets straight back in again. And then I guess he jumped out at 70 right there. All right, man. Good for you, Dan. 400 bucks. 400 bucks for a few minutes for his Saturday night. Now he can go and eat an expensive restaurant. Dan's one heck of an entrepreneur, man. He's got this huge chiropractic coaching business for chiropractic. He's got everything. He owns Radio Shack stores. He just bought a plane. He sends me pictures of him flying around. Maybe he was trading on his phone while he was flying around New York in his plane. Anyway, here we are. So we're back up, so don't get caught. Okay, the shorting party's over. Great for you, Dan. I love it to see guys that started in this. He's not one of my people in carbon, but he reached out to me. I did a call with him. He offered to pay. I said no. That's just, I want you guys to win. Now look at it. He's doing it. He's crushing it. So you guys keep it up. Enjoy your Saturday night, Dan. Take your wife out. Spend that $400 on her. Good for you guys. Maybe put it in fuel for your plane. If you're listening, get a hold of me. I'll save you fuel for your plane with B code tablets. And there we go. 15 minutes. All right, see you later. It's Sunday morning for us. Hey, by the way, we're going on a holiday. We're leaving tomorrow morning, your Sunday night. I won't be back till the following Friday night. Going over, putting the car on a ferry boat and traveling a couple islands, and then driving the island, and then going to another little island across the bridge off that island to a real nice resort, and spending a week there with the two different ones. Going for a day or two to one, and then 3 days the other. So we're having a holiday. I'll take my laptop. There you go. I'll do that. I'll take my laptop. All right. See you guys.